Hi, guys. Welcome to our market update. My name is Vinnie, and this guy over here.
David Wright, thank you for having me once again on your show, Vinny. I'm honored. It's every time I get to be on here, the accolades is amazing.
Well, how about you? Well, before David drops the knowledge, as you know, we got the clicker down below. The clicker information is from last Friday. So if you watched me going solo, you would have saw that information, that breakdown of it. But again, we have more inventory than pending properties. Going up, up, up. The market's slowing
How many do
down.
we have now, Vinny? How many is currently on market?
As of last Friday, we are at 4,300, close to 4,400.
And could you
Um,
please tell me what's a traditional normal market?
it's more so off of the inventory, a balanced market, right?
How
So a
many months
balanced
of
market
inventory?
is 6 months of inventory. So we're
Okay.
talking roughly about close to 2 months of inventory based off of pending properties. If all the pending properties sell, right? That's kind of where we sit. So we're a little under 2 months. So in a balanced market, we're looking at 6 months. Yet in San Diego County, I think the closest we've got in the last 10 years has been about 3 months inventory. So,
So should
yeah,
I be panicking now that we have 2 months of inventory?
there's really, I think never a time to panic. Unless you have an adjustable that's going to balloon in a week from now and it's going to be a drastic balloon payment, right? Then you might want to panic a little bit. But then again, this is why you watch us. It's all about planning for the future, so you don't have the ability to panic when the time comes about. And that you got to think, right? And we talk about this all the time. Is that most people are afraid of basically things they don't know. Most people are afraid of basically change in their life, right? That's why what holds most people back of buying a property or selling a property, the change, right? So sometimes you do need a little bit of panic to basically move. So if you're panicking based off of thinking that, oh wow, I'm not going to be able to sell my house anymore, well, you're going to probably be able to sell it for more than it was, just a couple months back, right? Or even 6 months back. So how much of a true panic really do you need to do, right? So focus on what you can focus on, plan for what you can plan for, and everything will work out for a reason.
I heard someone a long time ago told me, don't panic, it's organic, but that's not important. But the only thing that's constant is change. So I think a reason why I really wanted to hear you explain that is a lot of people don't realize the only thing that's constant is change. And it was inevitable that we were going to get some change. And I can't tell you how many times a day now I'm asked that we're heading towards 2010 and all these listings are coming on. And in 6 months, everything will be half price. Yet people don't seem to realize that the months of inventory we have is still not enough to feed what we really need in a normal market. And it would actually, people aren't going to like this when I say this, but it would actually be great to get to 4 to 5 months of inventory because it would be more balanced. And we're at 2 months now. And like you said, a traditional market is six.
Well,
And we,
okay, a balanced market is six, but a
mhm.
traditional San Diego market probably leans to 3 or 4 because we've been so seller centric for the last 10 years. But a balanced market is 6 months inventory.
But a balanced market is great because, correct me if I'm wrong here, but balance leads to both sides feeling like they got a good deal, which leads to happier people. Because in the last 2 years, if you're a buyer, you don't feel very balanced because you're like, wait a minute, the seller told me everything. There was no balance. They demanded it. I paid it. That's not fair. And the idea of a more fair market that's more balanced sounds pretty good to a lot of people right now. So I think we're in store for some better times ahead.
Yeah, and this brings to the next point, right? The closer we get to this balanced market, right, that we're talking about, or traditional market that we're talking about, it's going to seem scary if you don't have the right mindset for it. So if you're selling a property, right, and
Ooh.
and the person you're working with, right, or the stuff you're watching on the news is saying, hey, all these properties are selling in a week, all these properties are selling in 2 weeks, all these properties are selling in 24 hours, right, and you have that mindset, right, you might freak out and leave money on the table because you accept an offer that's drastically under of what you were listing the property for, right? So be aware of that. I mean, as you get closer to that traditional, that balanced market, of kind of understanding what the market really is, because also too, you're going to get, I mean, on the buying side, right? If a property's on the market for, let's say, 2 weekends, right, and the person that's guiding you towards your real estate goal is used to that 24, 48 hours, right, of acceptance, and they're going, oh my gosh, the property's been on the market for 2 weekends. Oh my gosh, no one wants this property. We need to basically come under drastically under asking. Oh,
Wait
you
a
might
minute.
not get
I have to stop you, Vinny. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have to make a shameless plug right now. So wait a minute. You mean some agents are going to give people bad advice? Because in order to be in the top 20% of agents, how many homes you have to sell a year?
Oh, I forgot that number now. Let's see.
It was 4.
This is the number. Let me see. Let me if I can pull up the numbers.
I think it was 4 to 5 homes to be in the top 20%.
This one's an older one. When is this one? This one was from, I think this was beginning. Oh, February. Oh, this is, yeah. So February. So this is earlier in the year. But you're talking about top 33% agents are active. 67 agents are inactive. So I mean, there's a lot.
The reason why I mention this is because a lot of people are going to get the wrong advice. And right now the market it's becoming more balanced, and you're not going to get to 10 offers in one day when you go on the market again. So this is good. Make sure you're dealing with somebody that is more experienced, that sets you up day one and go, listen, this is what's happening. This is what's shifting. This will be normal if we go 2 weekends without getting 40 million offers. So be careful who you work with. Shameless plug to agents that know what they're doing and the ones that are actually doing active business every month, which would be.
Yeah, there's
this guy over here. Man, that's some problems.
But yeah, there. I mean,
shameless plug.
Really make sure you're getting your information from the right source. Even if you're watching from the news, usually the news is about 6 months behind. It does take a little bit longer, sometimes shorter this day and age, but still usually behind. Anyways. Let's get to the fun stuff. Let's get to get you to win some money.
Can we do one quick thing, because people are going to really need to know something? This will take me 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Keep people in the know. So everyone wonders what's going to go on with rates and stuff this week. What's market movers? What's going to make things happen? This week is a big week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are all big days. Wednesday, another thing's coming out that's going to show you inflation year over year. It's kind of important, so you may want to look. Wednesday is an important day. Thursday is another day, because that's going to get producer price index for food and energy, another inflation type number, and jobless claims. And Friday is retail sales. That's huge too. So market movers this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, big days. Tomorrow, dull day. Just thought I'd throw it in there real quick.
What are rates right now?
Oh my gosh, they're just moving all over the market. Like, your average rates now is in the 6, and it's dipping around. You'll go 5.75 to 6.25, but it's going to depend on the day. But the other thing is that you have to strategically plan is interest only is back if you need it. Arms are back. They're not just for hugging anymore like everyone thought, but they are back. And we'll go into more detail about what's going on with rates later, because we want to be under 10 minutes.
Yeah. Creative is going to be the key. Creative more. The farther we get along in this market, the more creative we're going to see. All right. Anyways, we're going to finish out strong. This was the question for last week. Let's see how good David can do. How much of the least expensive detached properties sell in Fallbrook so far this year?
Ooh, in Fallbrook, I'm going to say 229.
345.
Ooh, all right. Rainbow Valley too. Wow.
Let's finish it out strong. How much of the most expensive detached property sell in Bonita so far this year?
Most expensive? Ooh, Bonita's nice. I'm going to say 3.6.